Welcome back to Honey Badger 3D Print and Paint. Today we're looking at some book nooks, but before we do that, roll those credits. Right, book nooks. I love book nooks. They're relatively quick prints. This one was like less than 2 days. This one was a bit longer, but it's a lot bigger. They pretty much all light up, which makes them look cool. Now, this one here I did about 2.5 years ago, pretty much the beginning of lockdown. Where I got it from, I don't know. It's around somewhere, but I don't know. Can't remember. And I like it. It's cool. Lights up, Diagon Alley, looks really good. I've had this on my bookshelf for a few months. When I moved, I actually bought a bookshelf, and it's been on there for the last few months. Looks good, like it. But I haven't got any Harry Potter books. It's a little bit weird. So this week, I printed out the Hobbit book nook. Now, you may know already I love Lord of the Rings. I've done multiple Lord of the Rings prints. I've got a lot of Lord of the Rings books, Lord of the Rings, like Tolkien's universe, or a lot of different books. This is perfect for my bookshelf. Now, this printed in like under 2 days. Really quick. This one was longer, if I can remember. There's a lot more pieces, a lot more panels to this, because this one's actually double-sided. You've got the inside bits and the outside bits, so that all the wiring is actually hidden inside. This one, you'll see, has got indents in the side so you can run the wires in it, glue them into place. They're hidden and they're safe. Now, this one here I printed on 2 printers, my Artillery X2 and my longer LK5. The LK5 did the back and one of the side pieces. The side one did the base and one of the other side pieces. Less than 2 days, whole thing was done. Now, the stairs on this, I'll show you in the close-up so you can get a better look and you know what I'm talking about. As I was dry fitting all of this, I snapped the stairs off. Not the end of the world, glue them back into place. So I glued a couple of broken bits back into place. As I was gluing the main stairs on, I dropped it on the floor and it smashed into lots of little pieces. So I picked all the pieces up, glued them all back together. Just as I was about to glue them into place, I dropped it on the floor again. And some of the pieces left and went into a different dimension. They have never been found. Don't know where they went. They just scattered. So my staircase now looks like it's crumbling. That's intentional. Makes it look more authentic. That's what I'm going with. So let's do a quick close-up of these two now. Right, now for the lighting on these, what I use is this. Now this was off Amazon. It's basically a set of LEDs. Now, when you open it up, you've got all the different colour LEDs, all set into different sizes. There's like, I think there's like 10 of each colour, I think. But what's good about these is they come on a long piece of wire. So when you set the LEDs in, instead of having to then join a wire to them, thread it through to the back where you've got your battery pack, the wires are actually fairly long and all you're doing is one connection to the battery pack. Now we use the little shrink tubes, put both ends in, it's got a little bit of solder in it, put a lighter on it, it shrinks, melts the solder, joins the two. Nice and quick. I wired this up this morning, it took me like 10 minutes. It's really quick. Now, painting these is actually incredibly easy. So you paint them before you build them. Paint all the individual panels. I painted this during the week. Took me probably less than 2 hours. Less than 2 hours. It's relatively, the Hobbit one is relatively a straightforward paint job. You're using greys and light beiges on all the walls. Stairs, rock, all the same. You're doing gold for the coins and gold. Smaug, you're doing it in one colour and then a little bit of a wash and dry brushing over it. Paint the horns. And then you've got a couple of little pieces down there like boxes and stuff. It's really not bad. The Hobbit is very small. It is very small. I used a pair of tweezers and to be honest, it's a rough approximation of painting a person. I didn't bother doing skin on the arms, feet or head. It was in a pinkish sort of resin when it was printed. So all I did was paint the jacket and the trousers. He's so small that you're not going to paint that accurately. You're just showing that it's a person and he's walking down the stairs. You may have even missed him in the close-up because he's tiny. But then he's supposed to be tiny because he's standing next to Smaug, an enormous dragon. Now the Harry Potter one, that was more involved to paint because behind all the windows in this one, there's actually bookcases and stuff like that, which is all printed separate, which you then paint, then you slide into position behind the window, glue into place, and there's quite a lot of lights in this one as well. Same with this one. So there's 4 lights in this one. But if I can remember rightly, there's like maybe 8 in this one, I think. But again, I'm by no means good at electronics when it comes to models. I'm really not. But this is about as easy as you're going to get. You're fixing an LED into place. You're chasing the cables through the model. You're joining all the wires together and then connecting them to essentially just a battery pack. Put the batteries in, turn it on. Job's done. So, if there is any other book nooks you've seen that are cool, drop a comment because I'll definitely print it. This one's going on my bookshelf. Don't know what I'm going to do with this one. I don't know. Maybe I'll give it to my nephew. He loves Harry Potter, so maybe I'll give it to him. I've given him a lot of models in the past. He's got some shelves in his bedroom where he's got quite a few of my models actually, and he loves them. So it is actually his birthday next week, so perhaps he's going to get this. But yeah, if there's any others you've seen, any good ones, especially Lord of the Rings ones, 100% doing that, drop a comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks a lot. Bye.